Hi guys.
It's your girl Adeola Patron.
And it's me, Mariam Musa, and we're back again on this beautiful Monday for BADDIE Pit Pod.
It's a Saturday.
Oh my gosh, it is! Guys, we're working on a Saturday.
On a Saturday.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We've been busy, guys. Like, I feel this feels like, wow, babe, our diaries are too booked and busy. Like, now we've got to be working on Saturday.
A Saturday, you know, like, life is changing.
Yeah, like, we've got Ezra in the building, guys. I've gone to work today and he's just there, just
First
chilling.
time in the studio. Yeah. Such a chill. He knows But I'm kind of sad that we're filming on a Saturday because we had such a good weekend. And I just hope we remember everything we done. But I do want to talk about your sister's birthday. We did go to my sister's birthday dinner.
Oh my gosh. We haven't spoken about
my sister's birthday dinner. And guys, have you ever been in a position where you shouldn't laugh? Like, it's a bad, like, so basically something happened, guys, and I really wanted to laugh, and I've been thinking about it for a long time. Like, I'm really sad that laugh got taken away from me, babe, because that would have been a good laugh.
I know what you mean. Do you want to tell them what happened?
Yeah, so my sister had a birthday dinner. We're all at the table, and our back is to the door, right? And then all of a sudden, we hear this really big bang. And it's a bang that everyone stops what they're doing, and they turn around. We turn around and we see this grown man laying on the floor. And I think everyone was just a bit confused.
So if you can hear something, guys, bear with us, okay? But he just like adding to the story, apparently.
He's got a voice now. So there's just this man on the floor. So obviously, like, everyone's, I think, well, my brain was like obviously working out, how is this man on the floor? Then my brain has calculated that he's walked into the glass door, because it was a glass door, right? And so he must have thought that it was not a door, walked into it so hard that he's fallen back on the ground. Do you know how
backwards, like your whole everything
full flat on the bed? He's basically lying on the ground like it's a bed.
Yeah.
Do you know how like much conviction and how much you thought that door is open?
I think he didn't see it was glass.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you before?
Yes. Yeah. But it's like, it's never got me that bad where like I'm on the ground. He must have been walking with speed.
LOL.
And it was just so cute, because what even made it, I'm so evil.
What, you wanted to laugh?
Yeah, what made it even funnier for me was the fact that obviously no one had laughed yet. So I think everyone wanted to know his reaction while he was on the ground. Like, is he okay? And the first thing he said was like, what happened? Like, he was confused, and it made me laugh even more, because I was like, same. If I felt like that in the middle of a dinner party and clearly just walked through a door, I would be like, what happened to you? Like, where am I? Like, something's wrong.
You wouldn't blame on the fact that you've had maybe a bit too much to drink?
No.
LOL. No, guys, it was really funny.
And you know what? Maz made me laugh even more, because he's come and sat on the table, and Maz has gone, what happened?
No one had actually asked him. I don't know. And I said, no, I will ask him. I said, oh my God, what happened?
Yeah, just said, oh my God, what happened?
And he just said it. He said, I think he just walked into the door. He didn't realise the door. It was just so funny. And
it was so funny. I didn't really get to laugh the way I wanted. But Maz and her man, babe.
What happened?
Hunch. I'm calling him Hunch. Yeah, so Maz and Hunch, oh my God, I went out with the parents, guys. It was my first night out with the parents. It was really, really cute. They looked really nice. She was both wearing black. Oh, Ez wasn't there. I was going to say Ez was there, but he wasn't. Yeah. And when I tell you, when this man fell on the ground, so I felt like I was like a child with my parents, because I'm looking like snickering, like
we wanted to laugh, but we couldn't laugh. It was really funny. But do you know what really got me on my sister's birthday?
What?
The speech bit.
Guys,
we had a good weekend. We've got great speech today.
God, let's get into the speech.
Okay, so let me start, and I think then we get your perspective. So my sister, you know, we're all at the table, and it's time for a speech. And there was this like what they called
host.
There was a host, and she said, "Oh, there's 5 people that will be doing a speech." So I'm thinking, "Oh my gosh, my sister didn't tell me I was going to do a speech.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not prepared for this." So I'm thinking, "Okay, like let me start getting ready."
Yeah.
Adeola's like, "Maz, make sure you're
babe,
good."
I'm hyping her.
Like, and I'm thinking, they're gonna cry my speech.
Yeah, I'm like, because the first girl done her speech, and I was like, babe, yours has to be better. I'm like, babe, you need to make her cry. Like, I'm really egging my friend on. Like, they need to know that's your sister. Like, you know, you come with the speech that shuts it down. So I'm in her ear.
Yeah, and obviously this is for like the speech is for her closest and dearest, like her real ones. And I'm thinking, yeah, like I'm gonna do a speech. So then it got to her boyfriend, and it was like last but not least. You know when you're getting ready to like do your speech, I was getting ready to stand up, guys, everything. And then I had to, and then when he said the boyfriend, I kind of like sat back down.
Silly guy. So it was on the four people had gone, and she was like, last person. So Maz is, when I told she's really, I'm like, oh my gosh, baby, you ready?
Yeah.
And then they're like, her boyfriend. I was like,
yeah, it was one of them. Oh, like awkward
she didn't have you down to do a speech, babe.
So then I text her. I was thinking,
got her phone out and she's texting her like, wow.
And she was opposite me, and I was looking at her like, where's my name? And then she finally said to the girl, like, oh yeah, my sister wants to do a speech, and I think I had my moment to shine, and I just started off a really good joke.
It was a really good speech.
It was giving wedding joke speech. Yeah. And I was like, hi guys, I'm Mariam. I've known Amy all my life.
I need to start writing my speech.
That was a moment again. Hi, I'm Mariam.
It was funny at the time.
Anyways, it was really funny, guys. But
it was funny though.
But yeah, it was a good speech. But I think that moment was funny. You had to be there.
Yeah, you had to be there. But babe, I need to start getting my speech ready, because the way I took pride for you. Like I was like, well, that's your sister. Whoa, babe.
What? Yeah, the pressure you have to do.
And I'm thinking like your sister's speech is obviously going to be better than mine, but I'm just this person that wants to be better. So I'm going to be like, whoa, I want my speech to be the best. So I'm going to start writing my speech.
I want to
now.
cry, babe. Like I want to, like, you know, when it's to the end of the day where it's like, okay, especially now I've like had a drink, I'm just relaxed. I want to cry. I want to hear like what you feel like.
No, I'm going to start like, I'm going to start the project, Maz's speech. I'm going to do it like a dissertation. So by the time next year, I should have a full on like, but I won't stress because I'll be writing maybe a week or how I'm going to do it. Babe, my speech is going to be good.
I know. And this is probably really random, but I just thought I'd speak about it. But babe, did you see the weddings in Nigeria?
Babe.
Wow.
The weddings
we've seen recently, guys.
Can I just say though, sorry to always bring the UK and how we're so bad vibes, but I feel like if it was a UK wedding, you know how UK, why are you wearing that to a wedding? You're trying to overdo the bride.
Yeah.
Like, you're trying to look nicer than the bride. It's like they always make it such a negative thing, whereas Nigerians, we go all out. And I just love that. The bride as well, they like want that for their guests to look good.
Extra, like you're coming to like a big occasion. My wedding's a big thing, so go hard on your outfit. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like if you're that girl, no one can ever top your wedding dress. Do you know what I mean? Like
the bride will always be the bride.
Exactly. So it's just like, but I love seeing all my girls looking good and like so. Yeah, but it really, I was like, do you know what I was saying to Adeola? I was like, I cannot believe like I thought I was going to do some chilled, calm wedding. Yeah, it'll still be. It's not going to be bare people. Let's calm down.
I never thought you was going to do chilled and calm.
No.
I always thought you was gonna do.
Yeah, like I started like just now I've seen everything. Okay, now I'm actually really starting my stuff now. Like it's exciting. So I can't wait. But yeah,
so you started planning your wedding now?
Yeah, we started planning. I know exactly how I want my first dress, like my actual like ceremony. Yeah, like I know, babe. Like I've actually cut out like, okay, this is the waist, and then this with babe. I know.
You know who you're gonna go to your dress for yet?
No, I know how I want my dress to look. So now I need to find who's gonna make this, or if they've got something like this. So yeah, like I've got all my outfits. It's the outfits I'm starting first because I know that's going to take me longer. Yeah. I don't know why, but you know.
Yeah, I think the outfits will probably take longer because you're going to be extra and precise.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to touch on it last week. Okay. What I saw, you know, the whole Chinese manufacturing. Talk about it. What is your thoughts on it?
Okay, so obviously, if you guys don't know, you should. But basically, a lot of Chinese manufacturers that make all your like leather and designer bags basically expose the system. So in China, you could pay someone that has exactly the same material that for Hermes, like make the actual Hermes bag, the same quality. That's what you want, luxury. But what happens is they ship it to Hermes, and all Hermes does is just put their logo on it. So the actual product itself, the body of the bags are the quality. So they're just basically exposing and making people realize, you know what, like, why are we actually spending so much on these bags if they're exactly the same, if you could just get them made in China? And I think all it's done is just kind of exposed how like I think it just gives everyone a fair chance to enjoy the luxuries without having to. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of times, maybe some people feel like they can't enjoy luxuries because it's too expensive, like the Hermes. But now you know that if I actually genuinely want a luxury Hermes bag, if I wanted to go to an actual manufacturer, ignore the Hermes label, but I'm here for like luxury. You skip the middleman. What do you mean?
I feel like if you want luxury, you should go to the luxury. I don't mind dupes and stuff. I feel like you can get a dupe. But I feel like if you want luxury, you should go to the design. I feel like the only reason why I would get, like for example, if I was going to get a Hermes bag, like I wanted the Hermes look, I would get a dupe that looks like a Hermes bag, but doesn't have Hermes on it. I don't want it to look, I don't want people to think it's a Hermes.
Yeah, that's what
I just want the design of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying like it gives it fair, where it's like I can actually get a luxury piece now that's the same quality. If we're talking about a luxury quality, you know, product, I can get that without having to pay for the logo. So it's like the logo, like the branded name is what's the expensive bit.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like it's fair for people now if they want luxury, but they can't afford a Hermes bag, but they can still get a good quality bag that's Hermes without the Hermes label.
Yeah.
Because it's technically not, it'll be different if you're putting Hermes logo and then you're spending like way less for it. That's you trying to replicate the dupe. But
that's
the quality,
what they were doing though.
No, the Chinese people are saying like
also, why did everyone just? I feel like some things are true and then some things are not. Do you know what I mean? I feel like
what do you mean?
Like anyone, if everyone's jumping on saying, "Oh yeah, you can get it from China," obviously all the manufacturers are going to be like, "Yeah, I make it." There's no actual facts to be like. It's just all like everyone's just following on that trend now.
I do believe there's a couple of people that genuinely,
I feel like there's certain materials and certain bits. I don't know. Like, I just don't get. Like, I don't get why people were so excited by it, because I just feel like didn't everyone know you could get dupes and stuff in China anyway? But you can't actually, if you really want, like for me, for example, if I really want a Chanel, the reason why I want a Chanel is because I want to experience the whole actually getting the Chanel, like going into the store, having them, like if I'm really gonna, or I'll just get a dupe that doesn't, maybe like it has the design and stuff, but it's not a Chanel. So I will just, if Zara do it, like a £10 one, if there's one on, I don't know, AliExpress, I would, but it's not that I wanted people to think, oh, she has a Chanel. It's just like, it would look cute for that outfit.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I understand what you're saying.
So it's like, I just feel like people care too much about the logos rather than the design.
But
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, what makes a brand is just the logo, but what I'm trying to is like, the quality itself, because when you think of luxury, right, if you're spending loads of money on a product because it's going to last long, it's proper material, it's 100% authentic, right? So what I'm saying is like people now can get all of that without having to pay the extra for the branding name. Because I'm going off the video I saw. So I saw like a factory talking about if you want a Hermes bag to have the label Hermes, go to them for that. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But we're letting you know that if you want Hermes because of the quality of the bag itself, we make that bag, but we'll charge you way less because there isn't a logo. But what makes it expensive is when we ship it to America, to Hermes, and they add their logo. So that's why I said it's a fair playing field now. If you're someone that wants luxury,
because I don't think that's luxury. I think if you want luxury is the experience.
Yeah, exactly. But
so if you want quality, you can always get quality leather that doesn't have to be Hermes. Like, and if you would know that if you're actually into leather and stuff. But if you're now like excited, like, oh my God, I could get Chanel from it, and that means,
oh, I'm not seeing it as like, oh, Chanel. I'm thinking of like the quality of a bag. Yeah. Like as in, if you want to design a bag because you want a good quality bag, then obviously that's amazing. You can actually go directly to the manufacturer instead of like getting dupes and stuff like that. That's my
but I would still see that as a dupe though. I feel like you could get I feel like you could still get really good dupes that are quality.
Yeah, so but that's sometimes, but you know, there's dupes, right? Every dupe that I've seen, a dupe to me is a version of, it's like a lookalike, but it's not you're trying to imitate. It's just like you have the same features, if that makes sense. But I feel like for example, DH Gate is completely, I think DH Gate is a different conversation to the factories. That's what I'm going off.
Okay.
So there's actual factories coming out, not DHgate suppliers, like just factories. Like, we make these leather goods. This is blah blah blah. And if you don't want the designer logo on it, you just want generally good luxury bags. They're the same. They're literally the same. That's what I'm saying. Like, it makes it like accessible for someone maybe who is like, actually, I generally just want a good quality bag, and this is the same people that do it from Hermes. If I want the style, the look, not the same thing, but that kind of quality, I feel like, yeah, why not? I don't think it's that deep.
I don't think it's that deep, but I feel like that's always been a thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I was just quite confused when people were so like, oh my God, yeah, you lot that waste money on like this could get that. But I've never been one to be into designer things anyway. I just thought, oh, okay, cool, like whatever. Like I would never spend that much.
Okay, do you know what my thoughts on it was though as well? I think when I think of like TikTok and then the whole DHgate and then the whole luxury thing, I think all it does, this situation's allowed people to not feel shame when it comes to being like for getting stuff that's knockoff and not real. I think it just opens the doors where it's like, who actually cares? And I think nothing's wrong with that. I think at the end of the day, I feel like it's a nice feeling for people to know that I can get the look without having to break a bank for it. People want to feel involved. Do you know what I mean? People want to like this, living in your own fantasies, living your own delusion. I think nothing's wrong with that. Do you know what I mean? If you're saying it's fake, guys, I got the dupe. What's wrong with that? If it's real, it's real. But I think it makes it less like, it's like, what's wrong if someone just wants to, I don't think anything's wrong with it.
I think there is.
Really?
Yeah, I think there is. I feel like I feel like dupes is fine. Yeah. But I think fakes are not. Because I just feel like if you can't get the real one, just get the dupe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but...
Because it's not really that deep.
But you say that, but as a 17-year... When you're like 16, 17, blah, 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 and you're looking up to like your favourite influencers, right? Or your favourite celebrities, and you're obsessed with them, and
but that's what I'm saying. I feel like even getting dupes, it's making it seem like your people are getting fakes because they really can't afford the reals. Yeah. And that's why people think getting designer is so normalized. But
I think people are being honest about it. That's what I'm trying to say. I think it opens the fact that, like, guys, it's like, I get it, people are faking it and lying and like creating an illusion, but people are very honest. Like, I can't afford a designer bag. I could get a dupe and I want to feel included. And I feel like we don't need to like be so hard on people that like that.
But that's what I mean. But like a dupe is different from like, for example, actually, do you know what it is? I think it's because brands actually.
Yeah, but think about it like this, right? The amount of really rich people that have fake Rolexes because they can't walk around with the real thing. Yeah. It's kind of like I get why. Do you know what I mean? Like my engagement ring, people have to get a fake of something because the real is that someone can actually steal your ring. So that's where it's like, so what's wrong if you're saving the risk as well?
But they won't be like, oh yeah, you could get this fake Rolex.
Exactly.
Get the fake Rolex.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine there wasn't fakes. Do you know what I mean? You can't really protect yourself a little bit with the reals. So that's.
But I only say that to say, like, let's say you come out with a clothing brand now. You've worked hard to build up that brand, and then someone's just like, okay, yeah, you could just get this dress instead of going to Mass. But it's like, the whole point of the brand is the experience. Yeah. So it's like, if you like the design, there's so many dupes out there that you could just have it for the look. I think it's fine to have something for the look, but if you just want to make people think you've got it when you don't, and then loads of people are like, oh, they're selling their bags now and stuff. And it's like, well, was you into it? Like, I just feel like people should get into it for what they want rather than get it because like I need to fit in. I feel like it shows two different kind of people. Like,
I think it's easy to say that.
Yeah,
I think it's easy to say that. I think I have to put myself in a perspective of, I just think like,
because I bought like fakes before and it's just never worth it. Like, I prefer dupes. Like, why get a fake when you could just get a dupe? It's like, do you know what? I don't even want people to think it's Louis Vuitton. I just the style of it with the dress. I don't want to be like, oh, is that really a Louis Vuitton? No, I just like the design of the bag. I think that depends on your perspective, people's perspective, because I'm not someone that's going to be looking at someone's bag, someone's watch, someone's jewelry and thinking, is that real? I'm just not like inclined for that. I've had people come up and ask me stuff and I'm just thinking, why are you even concerned about what I'm wearing? Like, it's just not that. And that's why I just think I just feel like I get the whole bit where it's like you're stealing designs. I really do. That's why, but it's like you can't control it. Ideally, it'll be good. Do you know what I mean? Ideally, but unfortunately, the world isn't set up like that. Unfortunately,
the people's working, like the way people work really hard, the system isn't set up for them to be able to. That's why I'm like, if they can actually just feel good, like what? I just don't think it's that deep.
But it clearly won't make you feel good because you know yourself is a fake. Do you know what I mean? Like you're not gonna feel. But if you're owning
it, like if you're like, guys, this is my. What's the problem?
I don't think there's a problem with it. I think there's a problem with it, but I just feel like people should just make it normal just to be able to get why, because you're really just caring the fact that it says Chanel. Rather, that means you don't really care about the design of the bag.
Exactly.
Like with some
but that's
Chanel,
what I'm saying. How if you're someone that actually wants that's what I was like, if someone wants just a nice premium leather bag, instead of thinking, let me get 5,000
bag.
Or Hermes, there's actually an option. That's why I was like, that's not bad. Yeah. And also I can actually sympathize with people that just do it. Like I'm not gonna lie, I can sympathize with it. I honestly realize like I don't think it's that deep. I get why someone might miss, but you know what? This is actually I don't know. I don't know. I think it's not that deep.
Different to replicas though. I feel like I mean fakes. Replicas are different to fakes because that means you're trying to you're trying to pass it as Chanel rather than, oh no, it's not a Chanel bag. It's actually, it looks like it, but it's Zara.
Let me give an example of that because I just saw something, right? So, for example, a Bottega bag clearly doesn't have, it doesn't say Bottega. Most of the bags do not say Bottega, right? But we've clearly seen them fast fashion brands pretty much copy it, right?
Yeah.
And, how does that work then? Because it's like even though like I got it from for example Ego or whatever, because it looks like the Bottega. It literally looks like it's like nice, right? But I'm not going around saying this is Bottega.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
But people would know that's not Bottega.
No, but say it was exactly pretty much the same. Because sometimes I'd be seeing their stuff and thinking, how are they getting away with that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like literally copycat.
Obviously, I'm more things with like logos and stuff, like because that's what I'm like. Because you just clearly want it. Because take out like, especially with Chanel bags, take out the fact that it says Chanel. You can literally get the same bag. Like it's not gonna switch up your dress. It's not gonna make your dress any different or not.
But I'm just more like. I don't get why we're policing people, how they spend the money, where they spend the money. I think there's ethical reasons, but I feel like it's so hard to go down the ethics route in a world where how everything is anywhere, and it's very set up unfair for a lot of people. That's why I'm just like, let's just try as we can, but everyone should just stop watching everyone what people make happy, you know?
Yeah. To be fair though, I do think no, because I was gonna say like I said now, like we could probably afford a Chanel, but I would never spend that much on a bag because I just feel like even though I can afford it, like it's not in my bracket to just be acting like I could just be getting it like it's normal.
Yeah, same. I would never ever want to perceive something and people expect me to have something when I wouldn't actually go out my way to buy that. So
and the only
people that want to, amazing. It's nice to see, but it's not for everyone. And I think like you said earlier, you're like, it gets to a point where it's like, why are you trying to fit something
I'm not. But the only time I would get a fake, I was thinking about it, is like, let's say I can actually afford a Chanel bag now, like as in like, do you know what? I could spend 5k right now and I'm not even gonna batter an eyelid like that. So if I could do that, I probably would get a fake.
Okay.
Just because this is me being contradicting. Because now I know I can afford it. I just think
it's a waste of money.
It's a waste of money.
Like, so that's why I'm like,
I think I would still stay with my dupes. Maybe because I've just never really like been. Like,
okay, so I've brought bags that looks like they have that crocky crisscross pattern. That design is lovely. Yeah, but I've never felt like I couldn't be sick if I spent over like £5,000.
Yeah, I think gifts, I can accept gifts and stuff, but my own money, like seeing that 5 figures come out of my account and then in return I come back with leather. Sorry, it's not for me.
Yeah, and it's an interesting one. But maybe you guys can teach us. Like maybe I'm not thinking about the whole ethical bit of like.
Do you know what? I'm thinking of it more from a brand perspective because it's like how long it takes you to build a brand.
Now, and I'm thinking of it as like I'm a mother.
And then if you're talking about luxury, clearly you're not doing it for luxury.
You're doing it for the logo.
Experience.
But this as
luxury, people that are actually into luxury, it's a
like
whole experience for them.
They like the exclusivity.
Yeah, they will like see the bag. Yeah, they will touch it and they'll know the different leather touches. And then there's people that just want to, can you see the seat? Can you see the seat? It's like, no, like, come on. It's not
guys, don't ever let social media and these designers pressure you. Like, if it's fun and games and it's not that deep, but don't let it get to the point where, because people will start thinking you're rich, and people will start thinking you should be like, don't. Like basically just, everyone should just go within their means, basically.
Yeah, everyone should go within their means.
And don't
do what you want to do. And I feel like if you're actually into luxury, then you're actually into luxury. There's some people, even from uni, like they will force that luxury. And even you see them now, they're still that. Like, I remember them girls
that would have Louboutins, and I was just thinking, how the heck is it that? But some people are like
that's
that.
Actually them, and they will know the. You could give me a fake Louis, a real Louis, I actually wouldn't know the difference. So I'm not going to pretend to be into something that I'm not. Yeah. That's probably why I can't spend that much. But yeah.
Have you seen anything else then on socials this week?
I mean, Whitney again. Whitney is always causing chaos. But this is what I'm saying about Whitney, yeah? She done the video talking about, she doesn't want to be a baddie anymore. Baddies don't get wifed. Blah, 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 blah. And she took back what she said. Do you know what I mean? No one had to tell her. Like, she stitched her own video. Like, and that is just life. I feel like let influencers be normal again. Okay, we got something wrong. And here we're back again. I'm eating what I'm saying. The fuck? What can I do about it? Do you know what I mean?
Find that really funny. And I think, do you know what? You know when you just live in who you are, no one can tell you nothing. Yeah. Like, no one can actually tell me nothing. I think she's just like, and
then
next please, like, come on, it's funny, it's banter, like, and I like that she can she can laugh at herself. A lot of people will probably feel like, I can't now live. No, listen, I'm outside now, I'm baddie era, let me enjoy. And she's young, she's single, like this. And I feel like once you come out of a show like that, right, I know obviously it's a show about love, but there's such a thing about coming in that environment and you're in a new space, and she can now find who she is without Lockham. Like, I think when I've watched Whitney's journey, she's on you can actually genuinely see she's the girl's on the journey, like finding herself, finding what she wants. And I feel like now she's actually single, I feel like she can she was always standing on her own, but she'll find a new worth, or she's going to find herself in a way that she's probably thinking, wow, I'm glad I was that vulnerable, I'm glad that was that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because people was really coming at her because she done a video after they broke up. She done a video, it was, I would say, more like a poem, spoken words, and people were really like, oh, if Whitney had friends, she should have deleted this. And I'm not gonna lie, like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, I wish she didn't post that. But more so on a like, oh, like, it's too vulnerable, I don't want people, like, I would see that as like putting yourself, like, I would never think to do a video like that, because I would see it as like, oh my God, do you know what I'm trying to say? Not like giving people a chance to have something bad to say, or like using your sadness as ammunition against you. But then when I see more people comment like, no, like influencers, you always complain about them showing, oh yeah, lovey this, lovey that, all the good sides, and she's actually showing another side, and it's very real content, and people should be able to express vulnerability and it be normal. And I was like, do you know what? Because what she's saying, loads of girls actually go through breakup and this, and then all this fake, snap back and you don't care, is not actually real. So I thought it was like real content, and it made me change my perspective. And I thought it was quite brave of her to do a video like that right after a breakup, because I could never.
No, I couldn't imagine you. But no, it takes a lot of strength to be that vulnerable. And I feel like she's damned if she does, or that she's damned if she do, or she's done, she don't. So she's just gonna do it, and it's like, you either like it, you hate it. So, but honestly, I feel like she's gonna be healing for her, this experience. Yeah,
and like she said, mummy's home. So welcome home, mummy. So the theme of this week is what was the theme?
You weren't the same person you were before. So I guess this theme is about growth. Yeah, I guess.
When you didn't want to be the same person anymore.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't want to, you like hated who you were, you wanted to change. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, good.
So we've got some longer ones this week.
Yeah, so once again, bear with us.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Hi guys. First off, I adore your friendship and Mondays are my fave day of the week because of the podcast. I'm not the same person I used to be a couple of months ago when I noticed myself not giving a fuck when my friend stopped being a good friend. For context, I'm 22 now, living in New York City after going to college. I moved to NYC without any friends. All through childhood and even college, I've had a hard time with friendships. I've just always been quality over quantity person as long as I can remember. I've had a couple of really close friends instead of a bunch of surface level friends. I grew up in the South, so I was basically the only black girl in a school for my whole adolescence. I learned the hard way time after time girls can be so mean, talk behind your back and secretly not wish you well. I used to get so upset and depressed over friendship breakups because I took them so personally. But the past couple of months, one of my closest girlfriends from college started acting weird. By weird, I mean she would never text me back, started copying my outfits, music taste, and Instagram, and just would never show up for me. One of my biggest pet peeves is being copied, because why do people not know how to just be themselves? This girl started copying my Instagram posts so precisely that one of our mutual friends literally brought it up to me asking why she's trying to act like me. In the past, I would have confronted the girl and been so upset that instead of being my friend, I'm being copied and not even treated with the same kindness that I'm given. This time around, I just don't give a fuck. Her behaviour says more about her character than it does mine, and I honestly find it funny that she thinks she's going to be my friend while acting so fake. Now, I just sit back and observe. I let her show her true colours, then I just move accordingly. I'm proud of how much I've grown from that I'm proud of how much I've grown that this doesn't affect me as much. And I'm wondering if you guys have ever had similar experiences. Sending love from New York City. Oh! Do you know what, babe? Before we dive in, I get so gassed when I hear our podcast is outside the UK.
International.
Babe, I think, right, you lot F with us like that.
I know.
Like,
New York? New York stand up.
Yeah, do you want a hot dog?
Like a hot dog. Some nachos. Babe, have you had a similar experience?
Where like someone's copied me, etc., etc.
Yeah, or
and the way I
really used to care about friendships, or maybe you handle things differently, or it doesn't affect you as much.
Yeah, I feel like I can really relate to her. I think I'm a bit different. I feel like I've always surrounded myself with groups. This is the first time in my life I've had like a minimum of like as in one friend. And I'm okay with that, you know? Like, obviously I've got my friends, but I've got one friend, do you know what I mean? So, quality over quantity. And I feel like even now, I think how I handle things based off of when I was in group is so different. I feel like it's allowed me to really understand you as well, and understand how to deal with your ears, but also how to like just handle things. But I think the thing where she says that, you know, the older you get, the less you want to be around fakeness. I feel you'll tolerate it a bit more when you're younger because of, you know, it's good to be in a group, it's good to feel included. But when you're so sure of yourself, you're so okay to stand alone. If you have one or two friends, honestly, do you know how I don't think I've ever felt this much peace and like happiness in a long time. And I feel I'm bubbled up. I've got my people. I mind my business. I do my job. Do you know what I mean?
And you're good.
So yeah. What about you? Have you ever had the copying thing? Because I feel like I would tolerate. I used to be such a person that I feel like when I used to make new friends, I think I'll just attract like bad friends. Like as in, I think I said it in one of the episodes, like friends that are like, like they don't have the best rep of stuff. It's just like, oh no, like I still believe in you.
Captain Saver.
Yeah. I'm a Captain Saver ho. I am. I think I can save everyone.
No, you
because I hope y'all can save me.
Might always be trying to bring in strays.
Yeah.
I'll be like, pop.
Literally. But have you ever had something like that?
No. So funnily enough, I've always been someone that I've never really had to try and make friends. I think if I had to try and make friends, I wouldn't have any friends because I don't even know how I always have friends. Like, I don't know how. Even sometimes I'm so confused.
Same.
But like, I've always been like a one person to my pum pum, yay.
Okay.
So, like, I've always been like, it's always been me and a someone. But I don't try to be that, like that. Yeah. But it's always me and this person. Yeah. And then we might have our little outside group.
Okay, yeah.
And then now it's me and this person. Yeah. Then I have my little outside group. Now it's me and my Man said she's my last stop.
Yeah, I said that it's enough. I said it's enough. I don't want to hear Adeola is now friends with this. No, it's here. Like, you know the ones where if we fell out, like, you know the ones where it's like, oh, like we might actually have to explain why.
Baby, clip this.
Yeah, like, oh, let me not even open my.
They'll be like, this didn't age well.
Let's pray. Let's keep our prayers about friendship, because people love a downfall.
Honestly, they love a downfall so bad.
Can one friendship just make it out? Can someone just make it out?
But no, I've not really had anything similar. I don't think I've really had people copying me or anything like that. I think I naturally make friends with people that we have similar interests. Yeah. So it's like, I won't even say copying, but very complimenting.
Yeah. I feel like we can also relate. She's the only black girl in her school. Like, I think that's also really hard.
That is hard.
When I was speaking to Adeola, I need to double check, she'll let me put this in, but she's also said that she grew up as one of the only black girls, and her experience, she got to a point where her views towards like people, especially white people, I don't know why I whispered that, but especially towards white people was tainted. And especially like, I think her whole trying to make friends, like she couldn't because of just being in that position. And I get it, you feel like
it is hard. Yeah, to be fair, that was probably the hardest time for me to make friends, was when I moved to Kent. But even then, it wasn't even really that hard for me. Actually, I'm not lie, it was not really that hard. I think I've just got a natural aura that comes across confident, so people want to be my friend, but I actually am not confident socially. If that makes sense.
Yeah, because even, like I think you're more of a, like, someone have to maybe talk to you kind of friend. Yeah. Well, you know, if we met in school, I'd be like, hi, I'm Maz.
Yeah, you'll be my Captain Save-A-Ho. So I would save you.
How? I would save you.
How?
Because think about it, you'll probably have this energy where it's, I don't know if I want to talk to her, but I'll be the friend to be like, hi, I'm Mariam.
Yeah, babe, and you'll be getting yourself in all the shit and I'll be protecting you.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay,
because she'll be making friends with everyone, and now I'm friends with her. Now I'm all like, oh no, mine didn't say that actually. And then in school we'll just be in so much drama. Now time for me to move on to the second one, which is also so long, but it's also international. Hey girls, all love from South Africa. Whoop, whoop. Shout out South Africa in the building. Don't know where these accents need to go away. Sorry, I'm gonna do that again. Hey girls, all love from South Africa. So there was this guy I was talking to for a minute. We started talking in 2022, but I always known that he wanted me, but ignored him until 2022.
This sounds like you. I always know he wanted me.
You know, everybody wants me. A lot happened for me in 2022, but I digress. So I'm in uni in another city, and whenever I would go home, we would link up. In one of our link-ups, he told me that he had a girlfriend, and I was shocked to say the least, even though we had not put a label on our thing. But it bothered me because he could at least have told me prior that he was in a serious relationship. But as I've said, 2022 was a lot for me, so I let it slide. This happened for time. I don't even know why I held on this guy for so long, because the sex was not even that great. Our rhythm were not aligning. The way he kissed me, I was just not enjoying it, but I loved the attention. But thinking about it now, maybe it's because I had low self-esteem that I thought I didn't deserve better. Fast forward 2024, I grew into loving myself more. I'm a tall girl, so you could imagine me gaining weight in all the right places. And I was comfortable with myself again and realized that I deserve better than this guy. And there were a lot of guys in this world. Surely there's one guy who's going to give me good sex and love. I just ghosted him. We were never in a relationship to begin with, so I never saw a need for a breakup message. He now is telling me that he misses me and he loves me, but I know he doesn't. He just sees my glow up and wants to be back. But nah, I've seen and tasted better. Lol, I'm so happy right now. Next year, I'm graduating. I'm single and comfortable with myself. I've changed for the better and I'm in love with myself all over again. Love you girls so much, from Pressed Days.
Oh, I love a queen that rises from the ashes. Phoenix. That's what's
same.
I really like this, babe. Like, I'm happy for her. And I feel like, you know, my advice for dating, maybe you can add to this, never date until when you are so in love with yourself, because you won't settle for less. You will, what are you staring at, man? Adeola, what? I look nice today, innit? Just say it.
You look lovely today.
Thank you.
You look lovely all the time.
Thanks, babe. But I feel like it shows that do not settle. Love yourself. The worst time to date is when you don't know who you are. You don't even know what you want, and you're going to accept any kind of little thing. But I think she's like, she said she lost weight.
No, she gained weight in the right places.
Period. That booty in. So yeah, I'm happy to hear that. And that always happens when you glow up. It's always they come running back, don't they?
Yeah. This is very interesting to me.
Why?
Oh, sorry, it's not very interesting, but I think, no, sorry.
It is interesting.
It's a Saturday, guys. Sorry, I feel like I'm not all the way together, but what I was going to say is that never stay with someone that gives you shit.
Sex.
Yeah, because I feel like... What was you going to say?
No, like, don't... Okay, you finish what you're going to say. Everyone just calm down. Everyone should just calm down. Like, the reason why I say it actually is because I watched something and the perspective changed my mind.
Is it?
Yeah, so you say.
Oh, because I was just going to say... No, well, you tell me what changed your mind.
Off the top, obviously, he's horrible, right?
Yeah. If everything else is good.
Everything else is good, but the sex isn't amazing. You can work at that. Don't leave a good man because you haven't found your rhythm yet. You can find that rhythm. That was the only thing I said, I wouldn't ever tell.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what I was going to say. Yeah. If say if everything comes bad and then on top of that, and then you're just giving your body and you're not even enjoying it and everything else, it's like, you might as well have casual sex with someone else.
Yeah. And I feel,
enjoy it.
Don't you think when she said like she realised that she didn't, value herself, respect herself?
Yeah.
Right? I think that is a key thing sometimes. I feel like when you don't see yourself as what you want, you're not gonna.
You can't see past.
You can't even see what you deserve in a man. You get it. You're just thinking, oh, this is me. This is what I'm gonna have, and let me deal with it. But no, you're destined for greater than that.
100%.
But no, I like these ones where it feels good. Like, I'm glad she's happy, man, and congratulations on your graduating.
Oh my gosh, congratulations! Love a smart queen.
Love a smart queen. Okay, guys. Last but not least, you went the same. Number 3. Hey, Mariam and Adeola, day one listener, first time writing in. iPhone memories really reminded me I'm no longer the person I used to be the other day. Before lockdown, it was so easy to distract myself with other people's lives. I was the reliable friend, down for anything and here for anything friend. But being alone in my flat made me realise I'm not sure I like the path I was on. Everything in life was just meh. Just felt like life was passing me by, like life was on autopilot and I had no purpose. I made myself a little plan, told myself I was going to level up each era of my life by 10%. I pushed myself and got a promotion at work, which pushed me to sort out my finances, which allowed me to invest in myself and start doing more side quests and try more hobbies. The only problem is that it has started to cause a bit of a rift with my friends as I'm not available for them, but the real ones get it and support me. Love you too. Thank you for being inspirations to us dolls. We love you too, girl. My dolly doll. But you know when you start choosing yourself?
Yeah.
You start accepting any whole tigger-hagger in your energy. Your energy is the one thing you need to protect in this world.
100%.
Your energy, your space, the people around you, because you absorb all of that. If you're around someone that's a negative, moany, that they just drain you out, it's going to affect you, man. She said, I choose myself, I choose peace, and the ones that get it. And the ones that don't. Do you think you're the kind of friend that you're cool with your friends having me time? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, say I just was not respond. Like, do you know I'm in my era alone ads. Like, right now.
Do you know what? It's a funny one because I feel like loads of people I keep seeing posts about choosing myself, and I'm very much like that too. However, I think communication is fine. Like, you could just communicate to your friend, oh, I'm just having some me time. I might not be as there as I normally am, but it's always love. You know what I mean? Because then I will be able to read it as that. But if I'm constantly reaching out to you and then you're just saying, no, babe, or then you're not replying and then obviously I'm just going to read it as, what's going on with Maz?
Yeah.
But if you just say to me like, babe, like, I'm not going to lie, this is my vibe now. I'm just kind of spending time with Maz. I'll be like, okay, cool. And now I've checked it and I know it and I respect it. So I think as long as you're communicating that, sometimes I feel like people just want to start making decisions like, yeah, I'm picking me. I can say no. I don't. And it's like, no one's saying that you can't pick you and you have to say yes to everything, but also communicate that.
Yeah, I think we owe a level, you know, when people like, you don't owe people something, I feel like you do. You owe your friends a level of communication.
Yeah.
Because I hate feeling confused about something.
Yeah, and then you're thinking, is it me? Was it this? And now my brain's just trying to rack up and now I'm getting anxiety and all it is you just want time for yourself, and that's I
know this we might be sidetracking, but sometimes I think maybe we're getting to an era of like allowing selfishness. Like are we over being selfish now? Like, as in we always choosing ourselves. Like, oh, I'm. Do you know what I mean? Like, have we glorified like self-love and self-care to the point where now we're being selfish?
Yeah.
Because that's what I think sometimes. That sometimes I see, you know, obviously it's funny. You see someone oh, if I do this, I'm a black and do it. But you know when you think, nah, like we're actually allowing disrespect and like treating people like they don't matter, but only your feelings and how you feel at the time matters.
Yeah, because then if everyone was to act like that, it's no one.
There'll be no community.
There will be no community. Yeah, because everyone's like, I'm picking me, I'm doing me. Yeah,
there's no selflessness anymore. Like, it's like, I get it sometimes when people take advantage, but I think we still need to learn, like, we need to show up and be a community and be a village for people. Like, you have to pour into people because when it's your turn, you want them to pour in back. So, that was an interesting one. But we love our dolls, man. And I love been doing this all episode. But
and I'm trying to see, like how it's affecting her friends. And I was just going to say, maybe like the friends that don't get it, maybe just try to think as well, how have you communicated it to them? Because some friends are different. Do you know what I mean? How I will communicate with you will be different to how I will communicate with Olivia. Maybe someone else, I don't even need to say nothing and they just get it. Yeah. But someone else I might have to say, because maybe she's a bit more sensitive. She's not overthinker. She'll think it's her. So I'll just maybe explain it to you a bit more. And that's that. Yeah, I feel agree. Like a lot of people feel like they don't owe people explanations, but I guess it depends what level of friendship you are as well. Yeah, I agree. And what's expected of you. Yeah, and I think it kind of also plays to like high maintenance friendships and low maintenance friendships. I know I have high maintenance friendships. Do you think I'm high maintenance? You're naturally someone that I expect to talk to like at least minimum like 4 times a week. Minimum. That's like my minimum. I was going to say not like, maximum, no. Like my minimum, like 4, even 5. I probably won't speak to you maybe one day. I feel like we talk every day. Yeah, so you're high maintenance to me. Like you're a big priority in my life. Like a big, big priority. But obviously my friends are a priority. But you know them ones where it's like, when we catch up, with but you're so in my life that you're literally an everyday person. Like my call log is you, my man, my sister, my parents. That's it. Wow. Yeah. The odd catch-ups here and here from the girls, Yeah. So I think I'm a low maintenance friend. Yeah. You don't need much. I don't need much. Yeah. But no, you're high maintenance to me. I'm high maintenance to you. Huh? Yeah, like I feel like you have an expectation of me, like as in to be like show up for you. And yes. Should we go into the booth that we hate? Yeah, we did read your comments and we've taken it on board. Like we understand some of you guys don't get it. We're trying to think of ways. Well, we're kind of having a brainstorm this week. So if things do change up over at the booth for that segment, it's because we've taken your feedback on board. And we kind of low-key agreed. Like sometimes we would be like, oh, do we have to go to the booth? But because we started with that. Yeah. But I guess and we love it. If you're watching visually on YouTube and stuff, like it looks so nice. Like I just feel like it works. That just being there for a part works. But it's like, how can we utilize it again? Yeah. So if you've got any feedback, let us know. But we'll be brainstorming. But shall we go over to the confession? Yeah, I might just pick which one's the deepest. Let's not do too much because they don't want to listen anyway. Do you want to start? Okay. I think the first one's the deepest one. Friendships are hard when your life revolves around your friends. It can feel deep and it can make you depressed. And the fact she was saying it was making her depressed. I get it. So the fact that she's come out of that, I think is great. So I think that one is the deepest. Sorry guys, I don't want to give too much here because y'all don't like this segment anyway. So I'm going to hand it over to Maz to find what she thinks is the deepest.
So mine is really quick and easy. I feel like the second one was my most favorite, just because she leveled up. She found her worth, and she's just in a happy era. Now she's graduated. She can go dating, and it's just really good vibes. I'm always here for like a developed queen, bossing it and making moves and knowing her worth. So number 2. Is there any round offs you want to do? Because I feel like now that we're not repeating what we just said. So what do we talk about now?
What do we talk about now? Do you know what? I don't really have much else to say.
I'm trying to think. Adeola, this is your part to end it, because I do audio.
Oh, okay. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe. We are en route to 15,000 subscribers.
And 10,000 on TikTok followers.
Oh, we're nearly on 10,000 on TikTok.
Yeah, we're like 9,000 now. So we're doing really well. We have some obviously exciting stuff that we can't wait to share soon.
Oh, yes. We do have some exciting things coming. So you guys want to be subscribed because you want to be the first to know.
100%. And obviously you guys are listening via your audio channels. Leave a review, give us 5 stars, and be back same time next week. Oh, yeah. We'll see you on Monday, guys.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, because it's actually Saturday for us right now.
All right. Bye, guys.